Then next is about CUCM clustering. Now, as we discussed what CUCM does and what CUCM is, now what is the CUCM design looks like? So within a CUCM, you can have multiple servers, right? These servers are called publishers and subscribers, right? You know what publisher is? Yeah. Okay. So the publisher is the administrative end where you do the administrative work, the management work, all the configuration we do on the publisher as an administrator. So from a network engineer or a voice engineer point of view, he especially works on the publisher, right? Making any changes. And then subscribers are the servers that we use for backup. Now, whatever changes you make, whatever configurations you make on the publisher gets replicated to the subscribers automatically. That is a function of this CUCM cluster. So you can have one subscriber, you can for backup, you can have two, you can have three, right?
Yeah. Speaking of that, we have once had a challenge, but I think it was affecting, and it was a bit complicated. The complication was around, you have your UCCX server somewhere along, that's set up, and then when the publisher goes off,
yeah, the subscriber also goes off.
No, the subscriber
Okay.
is okay. The subscriber will continue to work for the ordinary,
That's right. That's right.
But not the UCCX, not the contact center.
That must be the integration problem then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but it's very complicated.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think
you have to integrate your subscribers to your UCCX also, so that in case
you only have one subscriber.
Only one subscriber.
Yeah, so when you have one publisher, I'm beginning to think that you actually need, if I have two data centers, primary and secondary.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think I need at least two subscribers.
That's right. At least.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
I can jump on one publisher, but I think I need two subscribers.
Yeah. Now, using a subscriber depends on the requirement and some factors. Like for some people have to use it to expand the network. For example, let's say you have 30,000 users. So one server will not do the task because one server in CUCM supports up to 10,000, and we do not go to the maximum value always.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, if it supports 10,000, we have to care about the bandwidth also and the consumption of the server. So we use maybe like 5,000 or 6,000 users with that one server. But if it goes beyond that, then we install one more server like that. So it depends on, let's say you want to expand your network, or you have a large network. So depending on the size of your network, you'll have to decide how many subscribers you will need, how many servers you will need. Also, the other factor is the backup redundancy, right? So it depends if you want just one backup server or two backup servers. So based on that, you have to design your network.
Let me ask you something. Can I have, I'm seeing that you can have redundancy.
Yes.
On the subscribers. You
That's
have redundancy.
On a publisher?
No.
No. Publisher can only be one.
Yes.
Yeah. Subscribers, we can have multiple. But you can have an entire cluster as a backup. So you can make one cluster as primary, another as. So you'll have to deploy.
Because yes, I can. If I have, like let's say two hot sites, synced together. From if I have a publisher on one site, sorry.
Yeah, one site.
And I have my subscriber on this site and this other site. This is happening well. That can happen well.
Yes. That's called intra-cluster communication.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But now if I have a publisher on this other site, I can't have two
Within the cluster, you cannot have more than one publisher.
Exactly.
But in different clusters, you can have one publisher each, and you can make inter-cluster communication through SIP trunk. Yes, that is possible. But then again, if you want to make one more cluster, you will need infrastructure, you need to do all the configuration on that. So if you have, the resources for that, you can definitely go for that design. Yeah. Yeah. So there is intra-cluster communication, which is default, and there is inter-cluster communication that we can configure. And per cluster can be only one publisher, but publishers can communicate to each other through inter-cluster. Yes. Okay, so here we are talking about CUCM clustering. So there can be one publisher and there can be more than one subscriber depending on the requirement, right? So like I said, depending on how you want to expand your network, number of users, and depending on the redundancy requirements, we decide how many subscribers we have to install in our network. At max, we can have 8 subscribers. At maximum, active subscribers can be 8, but as a recommended approach, we should have 4 subscribers. That's what Cisco recommends. 4 subscribers. 4 subscribers, and you can have some other servers. But as a possibility in CUCM, you can have one publisher, you can have 8 subscribers, and you can have 11 other servers. Now, other servers like Unity Connection, IMN Presence, and all these servers, or dedicated services like this.
How many servers?
11.
11.
8 subscribers and
Yes.
11 other servers.
8 subscribers, okay. However, 4 is recommended, right?
4 is recommended, yes.
Okay. And then, of course, one publisher.
Yes.
And then 11
other servers. Although this is not usually, seen in.
Yeah, real.
But this is what it supports. Yeah. Okay. Then within a cluster, now in this example, let's say we have one publisher and we have 4 subscribers as per the recommended Cisco design. So what happens is there is intra-cluster communication that we see here, right? With the dotted lines, this is showing intra-cluster communication. All the devices, all the servers, publishers and subscribers are connected to each other. They are sharing information with each other. All are in sync. So whatever change is made on a publisher, it is being replicated on all the subscribers also. Because we have to maintain the database as same, right? It should be in sync. So that's why there is intra-cluster communication, which enables these servers to share information, right? So these dotted line represents this intra-cluster communication, which is in full mesh. So each device has a link to every other device. So that is full mesh communication. And these arrows that you see here, this shows data replication. So data replication always go from publisher to the subscribers, not subscriber to the publisher. You cannot make a change on a subscriber and have it copied on this publisher automatically. You can make changes on individual subscribers, but that is not replicated. But on publisher, whatever you configure or make changes to gets replicated to the subscriber. That is called data replication. So data replication is from publisher to all its subscribers.
That's the database replication.
Right.
Yes.
Because we want all those subscribers to have the information and configuration that the publisher has, so that if the publisher goes down, they can take over, and the users will not face any issue.